What a day it was yesterday. And Derek has been celebrating Mayo's win this morning, and he's managed to grab Andy Moran, the manager of the winning team, down at the Radisson Blu Hotel in Dublin. Over to you, Derek.
Yeah, we love a challenge. Good morning, guys. Amazing scenes here in the capital last night, and I suppose there's going to be huge scenes in Mayo later on today. He's the manager of the moment. He's the man of the moment, Andy Moran. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I didn't think you'd be up this early.
No, I snuck to bed at about 2 o'clock. So, but you can hear by my voice, I'm not in the best of shape. But it's it's great. And Joe, I know this sounds silly, it's interviews for the TV, but we've always dreamt about doing stuff like this, you know, the morning after you win the All-Ireland, and it's a privilege to do it.
Yeah, I know. I was watching you on the Sunday game last night, and you said you've attended 6 losing banquets, and for the first time it was a winning banquet.
Yeah, I said during the day after the game last night, my wife Jennifer, her 21st was at a losing banquet, her 30th was at a losing banquet, because her birthday always fell on the third week of September. So listen, it's just great to be here, Joe. And I'm telling you, over the next couple of days, weeks, I don't think any of us, me included, know what's ahead of us.
Let's talk about the match yesterday, because Kerry came out of the traps pretty quickly. They got that goal within the 14 minutes. Clifford turned around and hit into the back of the net. How were you feeling at that stage of the game early on?
Yeah, I was really comfortable up to the point where David scores the goal, and then you're just like in that situation, Derek, what all the players have to do on the pitch is just stay in the game and make sure, Joe, we know that the Davin end area that's the scoring goal really in Croke Park at the minute, and we knew if we could get to half time and it was close, we had a real chance. But we got there and we were only a point down. We went in at half time, it was just brilliant.
Yeah, 1-8 to 10 points. You got into the dressing room with the team, and I mean, you've that goes to Barry, he was 75 years. What did you say to the lads in the dressing room?
We just stuck to our same, I know it sounds boring, we just stuck to the same process in terms of, Joe, what do we need to work on, and just a few of them things that we need to work on are breaking ball, getting Dave McBride more up the pitch. But we felt we had the tempo, we had the legs, we'd 100 training sessions done over the course of the year, and we just thought our team was in good physical condition, and we said if we can stay high and stay the tempo in the game, we'd have a real chance.
We were out in Claremorris, of course, last Thursday at Dara Byrne's home club, and Dara, I mean, broke out of the second half with that point within 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, he's really calm, collected individual. I walked into the team room before the game yesterday, and most of the lads were nervous. He was playing darts for one of the other lads, so he's just a calm sort of guy. So
and then the goal came quickly after it.
Yeah, and the amazing thing about it is he got injured against Meath 3 games ago, so he's barely trained. He's just played the games, and you swear he was at it all his life. He's only 19.
Let's talk about the legs on the panel, because Mayo had legs yesterday, and you were running rings around Kerry at one stage.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't say we were running rings around them, but Joe, we thought like our bench, like Matty Ruan is an all-star, Paddy Durkin is an all-star. We just had players of that ilk come on, obviously Tommy Conroy, Conor Loftus, Rory Brickington, and we'd more fellas behind them. We just felt we had energy coming off the bench. Our physio team, our medical team have done such a good job, Derek. We'd 90% fitness rates coming into the after a long campaign. We'd played 15 games. After a long campaign, it was just unbelievable to have that energy coming off the bench.
And I mean, into the second half, you had 60% of the possession into the second half of the game.
Wow, I didn't know that, because that's very unlike us. We that's one thing that we usually struggle at. So, geez, that's amazing. And there was times there, if Jordan's goal goes in that hits the crossbar, goal chance goes in that hits the crossbar, maybe it could have been, Joe, a few points more and a bit more comfortable. But to have 60% possession against Kerry in the second half is amazing.
Incredible. And I mean, you talked about the likes of Ryan O'Donoghue and of course Kobe. I mean, the boys played out of their skin yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, led by Ryan himself, Jack. Everyone talks about our young boys and the older lads that played with me, but it was that middle section: Jack Coyne, Jack Kearney, Enda Hession, Dave McBride, Jordan Flynn, Ryan O'Donoghue. They're the guys that really pushed it on over the last couple of months, and it's brilliant to see them getting the rewards.
I mean, when the whistle went, how did you feel?
Yeah, it was mad. I think I probably always felt you'd get emotional in the moment, but it wasn't. It was funny. I turned around, I seen my I might get emotional now, I seen my wife and my kids coming down, and Joe, they were the first people you wanted to be with, and then the players, and it was just amazing. To see Hill 16 full of green and red was, I think it was one of the best moments of my life.
And I think Jack Coyne's speech was hugely emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a lot of I don't know, was it frustration over what? I think he carried the frustration of all us ex-captains.
75 years.
Yeah, all us ex-captains that thought we were going to get that privilege that Jack got yesterday. But I thought he encapsulated the moment. Stick your chest out. To be proud for me, Mayo. It's one thing that we always kind of said to the boys, and I think Jack just stole the moment there.
I mean, there was grown men on their knees crying yesterday. There was women crying. There was children crying. You had us all in floods of tears.
Oh yeah, it was like I walked up, I seen fellas that I know that work at manual labour, hard jobs, and them in floods of tears coming on. I know there'd no drink on them because I wouldn't go to football with it, but it was just amazing. I seen scenes from Castlebar, Westport, my hometown Balladreen last night. Like the place has gone mad.
And the place is going to be hopping later on this evening because the homecoming, you're on the train at 2, I believe. Are you around that?
Yeah, we're on the train at 2, back into Castlebar. Yeah, I don't think there's any detours on the way down. I think we're going straight to Castlebar, but like there's going to be such a crowd. Like again, going back to the 6th that we lost as players, you always had to do the homecoming anyway on the Monday. And thousands of people used to always turn out for us. I just can't imagine what McHale Park is going to look like at 5 o'clock.
West is certainly awake now, all right?
Absolutely, and Mayo's alive and kicking.
Absolutely. Well, Andy Moran, thank you so much for coming up to us nice and early this morning for Chat Does, and enjoy the celebration. Best of luck. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you,
Derek.
Can you only imagine what Castlebar is going to be like tonight?
We'll be all
I want to be there. I want to be there. Just the atmosphere, soaking that atmosphere up. And thank you to Andy for getting up and joining us.
His croaky voice, bless him.
I know, but emotional scenes there yesterday. Imagine he's been on the team that's lost so many times as a player, and to be able to be the manager there yesterday and win it. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And keep it, we've asked for your pictures from yesterday if you're around Mayo, and we're getting lots of them in. We will show them a little later on, but keep them coming in. 0896 111 111.
Coming up after the break, pharmacist Sheena Mitchell has stuck with us to answer some of your most asked health questions.
Yeah, we're back after this short break.